Yeah, by Joe, let me take it to France. Diamonds hot, get it ice out again. Been through rocket, a climber, and niggas on top of these niggas not with it. Bitch, I love money all over the digits. Niggas look up to me cause I go get it. Little bitch, she assassin me, and she with it.
Okay, we'll go through the video. So today I'm reacting to a Tupac interview. Now, I listened to Tupac a few days ago. I was on my videos, and yeah, this is my first time listening to Tupac, or like properly listening to Tupac. And yeah, I don't know enough about him as I would like to. And as much as I enjoyed his music, I've also heard that, you know, he was remembered for his kind of his political talking and his ideology. So I think it'd be interesting to react to this. From what I know, I think he was somewhat of a socialist. So this could be interesting. This is an interview on MTV. He's talking about Donald Trump in 1992, which is a bit mad. But yeah, let's get into this.
This world is such a, and when I say this world, I mean it. I don't mean in an ideal sense. I mean in every day, every little thing you do. It's such a, gimme, gimme, gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business. If you want to be successful, you want to be like Trump, gimme, 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 push, 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 push. Step, 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 crush, crush, crush.
Right, it's dog eat dog. It's dog eat dog. It's whether it's human nature or whether it's capitalism that's created that, we don't know. But yeah, it's what the world is like. Let me know if you want to see more reactions like this. I enjoy doing stuff like this. I enjoy talking about politics and just doing more in-depth stuff instead of just listening to music. And I've done a few videos on that, like Jordan Lucas's I'm Not Racist and some of Akala's Fire in the Boots, which if you're a new fan and you're an American fan, I would recommend going and listening to some of those. He's a UK rapper, speaks about, you know, inequality and racism and everything. And his Fire in the Boots that I did reactions to, so I'd recommend going and listening to some of those.
That's how it all is, and it's like, nobody ever stopped. Just, you know, I feel like, instead of us just being like, slavery's bad, slavery's bad, bad whitey, bad whitey. I mean, all right, let's stop that. And everybody's smart enough to know that, I mean, we've been slighted, and we want ours. And I don't mean by, like, ours, 40 acres and a mule, because we're past that. But we need help. I mean, for us to be on our own 2 feet, us meaning youth, or us meaning black people, whatever you want to take it for us to be on our own 2 feet, we do need help. Because we have been here, we have been a good friend. If you want to make it a relationship type thing, we have been there, and now we deserve our payback. It's like you got a friend that you don't never look out for. You know, you dressed up in jewels. Now America's got jewels, and they paid and everything, and they lending money to everybody except us. And it's like, you know,
the whole idea of, it's just, you know, pull your bootstraps up, you just get on with it, you work hard, you get a job, and it's like, oh, if someone's starting the race of life 100 meters behind you, it's like you need to have an equal starting line, and the distinction to be made is that an equal starting line and an equal outcome is very different. Equality of opportunity and equality of outcome are two very different things. Equality of outcome is very much communist. It's however hard you work, everyone ends up having the same amount of money or the same amount of things, same amount of material possessions. But equality of opportunity is the best way to function as a society. It's like, you think to have a prosperous country and a good economy and all of that, you need to find the best possible talent in your country and make sure that they fulfill their potential. But if you have a huge section of society that's starting this race and 100 meters behind doesn't have the opportunities that the majority of people have, you're not going to get the talent out of that area. So even if you want to look at it as a purely selfish thing and you don't even want to help them, you just want to do it to benefit the economy and benefit you, it's like even creating equality of opportunity will benefit you personally, even if you don't care about the people you're helping.
Everybody need a little help on their way to being, you know, self-reliant. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing about the album, about the Special Olympics. Everybody need a little something and to be independent. No independent person just grew up and was born independent. You worked and you learned teamwork and you learned cooperation and unity and struggle, and then you became independent. And we have to teach that and instill that. And why is it that they want to do that? I mean, if this is truly a melting pot in the country where we care about it and Lady Liberty got a hand like this, she really loves us, then we really need to be like that. And it needs to be the black kids. If there's a white person who got money, then you need to help him. He need to help black kids, Mexican kids, Korean kids, whatever. But it needs to be real. And it need to be before we all die and then you say, oh, I made a mistake. We should have gave them some money. We really should have helped these folks. It's going to be too late. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when you got to pay your own karma. And that's when God make you punish. When God punishes you. Because I feel like, you know, it's too much money here. I mean, nobody should be hitting lotto for 36 million and we got people starving in the streets.
Facts.
That is not idealistic. That's just real. That is just stupid.
Facts.
There's no way Michael Jackson should have, or whoever Jackson, should have $1,000,000 $1 billion and then there's people starving.
He's just talking straight like Marxism here, and this element of Marxism is the element of Marxism that makes sense. It's like the communist bit is a bit questionable, but the idea that no one actually should have such a huge amount of money makes sense if you live in a meritocracy where people they get their money if they deserve it. It's like the most hardworking, the most talented person gets money proportional to that amount of talent and hard work. And if you are, it's like your money will increase and your wage will increase and everything around you will increase if you work harder and you're more talented. But there's no way Jeff Bezos works 500 million times more than a single mother on minimum wage. It's like, no, he doesn't. He might have found a gap in the market and managed to find a product that helps that, but he doesn't work harder. He doesn't deserve it 500 million times more, or however much more money he has than the average, single mother living on minimum wage. It's like, you can't work hard enough to genuinely deserve that. He's just managed to somehow get the money. He doesn't deserve it. And while billionaires are kind of like a staple in America, it's like the American dream, it's like, yeah, Jeff Bezos could end world hunger. He wakes up every morning and he decides to not end world hunger. But he could do it if he wants. He could sell Amazon, sell it all to the shareholders, get all his money, end world hunger, and he'd be fine. We've got plenty of resources to end world hunger. It's just, we don't want to do it. Because many, many reasons.
No way. There's no way that these people should own planes and their people don't have houses, apartments, shacks, drawers, pants.
Say people and say, well, they earned it. Now you go out and earn it.
If they earned it, then I think that's good, and I think that they deserve it. But even if you earned it, you still owe. Because look at me, I don't have that mega money, but I feel guilty walking by somebody. I got to give them some mail. And if I know I got $3,000 in my pocket, I feel like it's wrong to give that person a quarter or $1. It's wrong. Only you know what you got in your pocket. And that's wrong. No matter what they do, if they take it and drink it, they take it and drink it.
The problem is you can't just force people to give money, and that's why people don't like taxation. Like, no one wants their taxes going up, because it's like you're being forced to do it. But it's the way that you redistribute wealth, if that's the way you want to do it. But yeah, it's like if you have £1 billion in your bank account, I don't know how you can't feel guilty knowing that people are homeless and knowing that people are starving in Africa. It's like, yeah, there's so many people that just they're living on a completely different planet to some other people. And it's like, if I ever had £1 billion, bro, do you know how guilty I'd feel that there's people starving, dying of fucking diseases that I could stop. But I'm just keeping money in my bank account and going to pass it down to my kids, or I'm just holding on to it and I'm investing in property, and I'm buying 1 million houses that are all going to be empty, and I'm not going to put anyone in the houses. There's people on the streets who don't have houses, but I'm just going to keep the house there until it goes up in value. Yeah.
But I mean, you understand, and we all know how hard it is, and it's not about if you good or you bad. So since it's not about if you good or you bad, we know that because he don't mean he was bad, or don't mean he's a criminal, or don't mean he's crazy, or a drug addict, or none of that. It just means he don't got. And ain't it bad that you got can you imagine somebody having $32 million? $32 million, and this person has nothing, and you can sleep, you can still go to the movies and then these are the type of people that get humanitarian awards. Millionaires.
Facts.
How can they be humanitarians? By the fact that they millionaires and there's so many poor people shows how unhumane they are. You know what I'm saying? And that bugs me. Not saying that when I'm never going to be rich, and you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying it's a struggle, and I think everybody deserves it. And I think there's a way to pay these people. I think there is a way. It just takes to be revolutionary, and it takes to do something out of the ordinary. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that if we just said, okay, I got an idea. No more porno buildings, you know what I'm saying? Let's build houses. Or no more polo games. Let's build houses for poor people. You know what I'm saying? Or, look, okay, I know you're rich. I know you got $40 billion, but can you just keep it to one house? You only need one house. And if you only got 2 kids, can you just keep it to 2 rooms? I mean, why have 52 rooms and you know there's somebody with no room? It just don't make sense to me.
Yeah.
It don't. And then these people celebrate Christmas. They got big trees, huge trees, all the little trimmings. Everybody got gifts, and then somebody's starving.
it's like you can justify it as much as you want, saying they earned it. It doesn't take away from the fact that there's people who have literally nothing. There's people that are dying on the street because they don't have food, and you're sitting there comfy in your house. And it's like, however much you think you deserve that, it doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it okay that you could help that person. You could change their whole life, and it would barely change your life. Like, say, £1,000 means nothing to Jeff Bezos. That means that's like a penny, less than a penny to an average person. That means nothing to him. But that could change a homeless person's life. That could get their life back on track. That could help them get a job. That could think what that could do for someone in Africa. That could save their life. That could, yeah. It's like money has so much power, and the more money you have, the less power it has to you, but the more power it has to someone else.
And they're having a white Christmas. They're having a great Christmas, eggnog and the whole nine. That's not fair to me.
It's facts. It's facts. Yeah, let me know more Tupac tracks. I want to listen to some more deep Tupac tracks. I like his way of speaking. He's one of those people that can get across the points in a just very simplistic way, because it's like you listen to some political commentators, and it's like, as interesting it is, it's like sometimes it just gets a bit like drony, and they're just like old men just speaking in like a really monotone voice, and it gets a bit boring. But he's like an interesting talker. Yeah. I don't know how I like the way they slipped Donald Trump in the title and he mentioned him like once. But yeah, let me know if there's other tracks, like deeper tracks from Tupac, that I should listen to, because I'd definitely be interested in that. And apart from that, I think he's a great speaker, and yeah, I think obviously this will be a controversial video. If any of you are right-wingers, then let me know in the comments and we can have a discussion. And if anyone does want to have a discussion in the comments, I'm definitely going to be replying to some comments, but you know, let's keep it civil. We're just people trying to figure out the best way to run a society. We're not trying to destroy the other side. But yeah, if you have enjoyed the video, like it. If you do want to see more, then I would be doing US and UK music reactions. I could do some more interview reactions as well, because they won't get copyrighted as well, which is just a bonus. So let me know if there's other interviews from Tupac or other artists that I should listen to, because I'll do that. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
Shout out to my brother, my niggas, we winning, yeah. Back on my bully, I'm all on my bullshit. Co-op city, the bros I know shit. Skipping class for a grab, but still do it. Like you telling them when you be fooling. Mind on money, no time to be losing. Schooling is so I focus on music. Hit my job like the fuck is you doing? She's my G, watch a young nigga do it. Watch a young nigga get right to that bag. Once they see it, they start to get mad. Please, you don't watch it, gloss in your head. See my arms to the right, then